So guys, welcome back to another video. And today I am going to talk about, now this is my own opinion, this is what they're not facts, I'm probably wrong about half this shit, but this is my opinion on, this is about my car. Let me cut the bullshit. This is about my car. I'm kind of thinking about going turbo.
Keep rolling, keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling.
It's looking like I'm gonna go turbo, but there's pros and cons to all of this, and I just want to share it with you guys, and I want to get opinions, and I want to see what you think. And you know what I've been doing so far with my Vortex SuperCharger. I'm extremely happy with it. If you know or you follow me, you see I'm traveling place to place. I've been racing people, I've been losing to people, I've been winning against a couple people. I've been in the Vortex booth at big events like this weekend. I was at World Cup Finals. My car was at the booth for the weekend while I was there. These are all cool things that are involved, and I wouldn't be doing these things if I didn't have a Vortex SuperCharger on my car. So the big debacle, debate that I'm fighting with myself is, should I go turbo? And everything has its pros and cons, just like every supercharger has its pros and cons. So I'm gonna give you my pros with my supercharger kit right now. It's reliable. I made 700 wheel horsepower on pump gas. I've been 10.0 at 135 miles per hour. I've been 10.3 at 141 miles per hour. This was all done on pump gas for the most part. That 10.0 pass was on a MS-109 mix. I'm on a 3.6 pulley. I mean, it's the kit that anybody could buy. It's the tuner kit. You could just go and purchase it. Call a Vortex, call up one of these vendors, call up any of these people and say, hey, I want a supercharger kit. You order it, you bolt it on the car, you get good fuel, you get a good tune from my man right here, Palm Beach Dono, Rob. He's on the back of my shirt right now. This is their collaboration shirt. And you can make 700 real horsepower, and you could run 10s. You could run mid 10s, low 10s. Hey, if you're skinnier than me, you probably go 9s. You're not 300 pounds. You're a 150 pound soaking wet dude built like a girl. You get in that car, you probably go 10s already. You probably would have. I'm sorry, you would have been 9s already. But I'm a big dude, and no one's driving my car, because if someone else jumped in my jumped in my driver's seat and went like 998, I'd probably just go and torch the car and lose my mind, because obviously I'm gonna have to drop some pounds. So that's a little something of what I'm gonna be doing over the winter. I'm gonna try to lose some weight so I can get my race weight down. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of pros to the supercharger kit that's on my car. I mean, it's just simple. It bolts on. Yeah, it's like a 10 to 12 hour installation. Anybody could do it. That has any kind of mechanical skills. There is some cutting, there is some modifying, hoses got to be changed, radiator has to be tilted a certain way, you have to modify the brackets a little bit, but those are all simple things that could go back to stock. So those are some pros about it. Some cons that I think, pros also, drivability is absolutely great. I mean, it's got such good street manners. Like, I drive like a normal human being. Like, I drove 250 miles to Maryland this weekend, and I got 27 miles to the gallon. Is it 27 miles to the gallon? It might be wrong, because I'm running 1000cc injectors, and I have a booster pump. And just say I'm off by 2 miles per gallon, I'm still getting 25 miles to the gallon. That's pretty impressive to me. But in another sense, there's cons to everything. Cons are your warranty is absolutely gone the second that you take off that stock pulley that Vortex sends in their kit. So if I was to go to a 348 pulley, which I do have and I haven't put on yet, there's that possibility that I void. Well, there isn't that possibility. There is 100% I void my warranty. That's one of the things. So what happens, I pull it down, I wind up toasting the blow, because I'm spinning it higher than it's recommended to be spun, because my car is revving to 8 grand. you know, and it's ready, you know, you do the math or whatever, I'm technically almost overspinning the blow with a 3.6 pulley. So these are all things that I think about. It's belt driven. There's more pressure on the crankshaft. We have shitty oil pump gears to begin with that I have not replaced, but so far so good. We've been good. It's been treating me good. If you want to up the boost, I got to change the belt, got to change the pulley. Those things all suck. So for instance, the race that I lost to Demonology, I see my car was going pretty much 10-0. It went 10-0 that day. It was going 10-1 pretty consistently. I think all my passes pretty much 10-1 besides that 10-0 pass. What if I said, hey, I want to turn it up a little bit? I hit up Rob and say, dude, I want to turn up, you know, like 4 or 5 pounds of boost. I need to beat this guy. I couldn't do that. Why couldn't I do that? Because the pulley's on the car already. It is what it is, and that's all the power it's gonna make. So I'm just putting it out there. I am not sponsored by Vortec. Yes, I've been repping Vortec very, very hard. I've been flying their flags. I think I've been doing the right thing. I showcase their product at events. I showcase their product on my YouTube page, and I showcase their product on my Instagram. But I did pay full price for my kit. Pay like $6 grand with the ejectors for my kit, the booster pump. I did have to pay for installation. I still had to pay for dyno time. I still had to pay for a tune. So there was nothing free involved in any of this stuff. So I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm just being real with you guys, and that's what I'm about. I'm trying to be as real as possible because, listen, at the end of the day, we're all just real guys. We're just regular guys. There's, you know, some guys are fortunate enough to have full sponsors. They get everything for free. I'm not saying I haven't gotten anything for free. I've got a couple things for free, but nothing that didn't help my pocket. All, you know, little stuff that, you know, what's another $100 when you already spent $6-7 grand? What's the difference? So I'm really debating on going turbo. I really am. I got my eyes locked in on that Hellion sleeper kit. I've been a turbo guy through and through my whole entire life. Every car that I ever tried to make fast was a turbo. I never owned anything that didn't have a turbo on it. Even my F-150 that I used to have had a turbo on it. So I'm used to turbo cars. I like the mannerism of a turbo. I like the gas mileage of a turbo. I don't like when you got a boost leak or you blow up a coupler. Those things happen. It sucks. But I like the fact that I could just change boosts when I want to. So I could buy a boost controller if it's an AMS 2000, which is retardedly expensive and extremely, it works so well. I mean, all these big guys that, you know, pro mods, ultra cars, anybody running really fast cars usually, if they're turbo, they run an AMS 2000. But they also make cheap ones, you know, that $500. They make, AEM makes a boost gauge. I mean, a boost gauge and a boost control that's, I don't know, I think it's like $250, something like that. There's, you know, controlling boost is a lot easier than changing belts or changing pulleys. So that's pros about it. Some of the cons to me, in particular about the Hellion sleeper kit, it's low mounted. I daily drive my car for the most part. I probably drive it 6 days a week. You know, what happens when it's raining out and it's dark and I don't see a puddle? Now, I looked at some pictures. I'm gonna put up pictures in this video. I found somebody else that did an installation. I'll shout him out. I'll put his Instagram in the comments. This was his installation. He actually had a Pro Charger on his 18 before he got this sleeper kit. So, I mean, they sit, you know, pretty much at the K-member, about the same height. But those filters are still down there, so there's possibility of you sucking up water or you sucking up debris. Oh, those are things that I don't like about it. There's more mechanical parts. You have 2 wastegates, 2 blow-off valves. You got double the vacuum lines. Well, you have a lot more vacuum lines. I mean, I have 1 vacuum line on my throttle body. Behind my throttle body, it's a boost reference little adapter that Vortec gives you in the kit, and it runs to my blow-off valve. Or I don't even have a blow-off valve. I have a bypass valve on my setup currently. So those are some things I don't like, but I like the fact that I can make a lot more power with the turbos, in the sense of I don't have to change belts, I don't have to change pulleys, but there is also chances of more things going wrong. There's chances of turbo seals going bad or sucking something up, or somehow something happens and, you know, my wheel gets clipped on, you know, the housing of the turbo, and then I need, you know, I need a turbo rebuild. I mean, these are all things that, you know, there's possibilities that could happen. Turbos have great street manners, just as good as a centrifugal supercharger. They have great street manners. And how do I know that? Because I've owned a bunch of them. I'm actually, throughout this video, I'm going to put up clips of other cars that I've owned. I've owned a 1JZ, I've owned a 1.5 JZ, I've owned a 2JZ. They've all had different transmission setups. I've had R154s, I've had Turbo 400s, I've had A340As, which is an automatic transmission that you cannot shift by yourself. It shifts by a computer. So, I mean, I'm experienced with the turbo stuff. So that's really what's you know, starting to get me think. Like, I know where I want to be with my car. I do have goals for the car. I'm gonna spend the money to put a you know, a 10-point roll cage in it. But I'm so limited with the supercharger. Yes, I can pull it down. Yes, I could pull it down even more. I could change belts. I could run Gates belts. I could get gator back belts. I have all these options, but it still sucks the fact that I need to pull off the head unit to replace any of these things, and my warranty is automatically voided the second the 3.6 pulley comes off. So, you know, for a guy that is I won't even say a weekend racer, I'll call him a quarterly racer, because he goes to the track every couple months, every 2 months, every 3 months. I think a centrifugal supercharger is better for a guy that does that than a guy like me that made 77 passes on my setup already. So these are the things that are going through my head. These are the things I'm thinking about. You know, I'm gonna get shit from people about, oh, you're getting rid of your Vortec kit, but it's just not, I feel like it's not working for me right now. It's not in my goals. It's going to cost me more money if I want to upgrade the head unit, if I want to go V7 JT trim, or I want to upgrade to a YSI. These are all things that are going to cost more money. And then in another sense, it's like, hey, the Hellion sleeper kit, and let me get this out. I want to put this out there. The real reason why I went with the Vortec in the first place is not only my friends have been running them for a long time, and I've been around it my whole life, because Rip Modified, who designed Jeep kits and kits for Chargers and all kinds of Mopars and stuff, they were around the corner from me. I used to hang out at their shop as a kid. They, you know, they relabel Vortec head units for their own supercharger kits. So I've been around it. I've seen how reliable, I've seen they work, I've seen what kind of power people make. And at the time, there was either a Hellion top mount kit, which was 10 grand, a Pro Charger, which was, what, I think when I priced it, it was like 8,700. You had the Vortec kit at what, 6 grand, and you know, the other option was the Whipple, but the Whipple was not out yet when I bought my car. Or people, it was out and you could leave deposits, but no one had them on their cars installed yet, so there wasn't really any information about it. So I kind of just went with what I knew, in the sense of, hey, I'm gonna save myself 4 grand right off the top, and you know, I'm gonna have boost. But now this Hellion sleeper kit came out, and it's really caught my eye. And there's a couple things I don't like about it. I don't like the fact that the base kit comes with 62mm turbos, and those turbos are probably Chinese turbos, like, you know, what On3 uses, or Drift Motion, if you know what website that is, or, you know, eBay shit. I doubt the eBay quality. They're probably good quality turbos, but those things only come with a 3-month warranty. So for $6,500, I'm getting 2 cast 62mm turbos that come with only a 3-month warranty. And if I want to get the full 1-year warranty, it's going to cost me $200 additional to the kit. So now the kit's $6,700. I do have an option to spend the extra $1,000 and go with precision turbos, which are still journal bearings. They're 6266, so those are 62 millimeter turbos, same as the cast, just a name brand, which I've had precision before, and I've never really had any serious issues. I did have a couple problems with them in the past, but you know, precision's got a big name, and you know, if I need to get a new replacement turbo, I could literally run right over the bridge to Jersey from where I am, and Tri-State Motorsports has them in stock. So you know, they give me pretty decent deals over there. So even if I had to buy it at retail, it's another $1,074. So I mean, I won't really have much downtime if I blew up a turbo, you know, like as if I was to blow up my centrifugal supercharger from Vortec. It's not like they're gonna send me a replacement and say, hey, here's the replacement, and send yours back when you get it with a shipping label. No, it don't work like that. It does not work like that with these companies. You know what they want you to do? They want you to box it up. They want you to ship it to them. They're gonna assess the damage and see if there's if any of the damage is your own fault. And you still gotta pay to ship it there, and then you gotta pay to ship it back. And those things take sometimes 4 to 6 weeks. So I would be down, my car would be down for 4 to 6 weeks. So why not just freaking go buy a turbo? You know, turbos are more available. If you look on Facebook Marketplace, there's always turbos for sale. So even if the housing is different, it has a T4 housing on it, you could just swap over your exhaust housing to it. I mean, there's risks involved in anything. Am I a big fan of precision? I like precision turbos. Would I rather have Bog Warners? Absolutely. If I was going with a journal bearing turbo, I prefer Bog Warner over precision any day. If I wanted a ball bearing turbo, I would go with precision over any other brand. But since I won't be seeing high boosts like in my other cars, with seeing anywhere from 18 to 30 pounds of boost, a journal bearing turbo will work fine, because I'm not gonna. I probably wouldn't even make. I'll blow my motor up way before I'll see 20 pounds of boost at each of those turbos. So maybe the cast is a good option. So I mean, that's my debacle right now. This is what's going through my head. I mean, the winter's coming. It's gonna be long. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself, and I don't know. Should I go turbo? So what do you think about this? What do you think? I would like your opinions. Please comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think I'm a fat idiot because I'm taking off the blower that's on my car already, and now just making more of a headache with double the mechanical parts, and it's going to be low mounted, and I got to worry about sucking up water and road debris and all that shit. Or are you saying, hey, this guy's actually starting to realize that he's trying to go fast and he's trying to compete, and it'll be real easy at a touch of a button. Hey, I left the house on 5.5 pounds of boost. Shit. At the track, I want to run 14 pounds boost. So, like I say all the time, like I say, so, guys, please comment below. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm crazy. Once again, like I always say, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Peace out.